Hello. I'm joined with Hagen and we're just going to be talking about musicians and how it affects their mental health.
Hello.
So basically, guys, what we're going to talk about, I was thinking first, because we love this man, he's great, he's dead, but he was great.
Yeah.
Senor Kurt Cobain.
Love him.
What a nice guy, Mr. Kurt. Kurt Cobain lived a life unlike no other.
He was a massive influence.
Lead singer of Nirvana. It's pretty small band. Not many know of him. But what a guy. He was unlike the rest.
I've got loads of questions to ask about.
Go
But
ahead.
can I just say anything?
Yes.
Have you heard the song Beans
No, I have not.
by Kurt?
Is it by Kurt or Nirvana?
It's about his dad. Like, he made it about his dad.
I've got some interesting facts about his dad.
What?
So basically, his dad, I forget his name, but Kurt lived with him for a few years because his mum didn't like him. So Kurt lived with his dad, and then, but Kurt was very rebellious as a teenager. At this point, he was probably about 12, no, he's 13, and his mum and his dad got divorced at about age 9, and Kurt didn't like that because that made Kurt feel different. Yeah. So, Kurt's dad told him at age 9, Kurt, don't you worry a minute. I will never get married again. Spoiler, his
He
dad
did.
his dad got married again, which, alright mate, like, calm down. Calm down, but okay, work. So anyway, Kurt's dad, he got married again. Anyway, yeah, so they got married. Like, this stepmom, I forget her name as well. So, the stepmom.
It's irrelevant.
And she had 2 kids. So them are now like Kurt's step brother and sister. I love Kurt.
I do.
I seriously love him. I saw him when he was a kid.
Yeah. I've got loads of pictures on my phone of when he was like sitting in his bedroom playing with his guitar, like writing and shit.
Such a creative genius.
Oh.
Oh.
Do you know what I still like? What makes us laugh? When he like the story behind Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Oh, what? Go on, take it. You tell the story.
When he was at a party or something.
He was at like a house party or something, wasn't he?
And then he spray painted Smells Like Teen Spirit on the wall.
Yeah.
And then I think it was actually
So did someone else not spray painted and you was like, oh, that's like such a cool name?
yeah, it was actually Tori from Bikini, like the band Bikini Kill.
Oh, yeah.
And they knew each other, and she told him, she said, it smells like Teen Spirit is a deodorant. And then now he won't ever play it.
Well, yeah, he definitely won't ever play a ticket because he's dead.
I mean, he hated playing it.
Yeah. I don't blame him though. Like, that's so embarrassing. But
It's like,
But
if
it
we had a
probably-
song called like Dove or something.
yeah, exactly. What the-
Links.
Nivea.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. That would be
Bless.
embarrassing. It was a good song. I think it's really overplayed now though. Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Oh
I
yeah.
still like it every now and then.
It reminds of my 12-year-old self. I
When
don't
you-
like it as much as I
yeah.
used to.
It was the first Nirvana song I ever listened to. I remember like listening to it like every day, and it was like just before it hit 1 billion like streams
I remember that.
on YouTube. I would listen to it every day until it hit 1 billion. It was proper mad. It was great. It's a good song, but I think it is overplayed. There's way better. There's way better songs out there by him and like Nirvana. To be fair,
What's your favourite, do you think, of Nirvana?
I'd probably say like. Let me pull it up.
I know that's what
I
I'm
know
looking
so many
at.
songs, but all the names, like, you forget the names. You know what I mean? I've got a playlist on my phone, and it's called Left-Handed Guitar, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's because Kurt, I think they used to go into like guitar shops and like second-hand shops and all that looking for left-handed guitars.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think this could be wrong, but I think he was like right-handed, but he used to play a left-handed.
Left-handed, yeah, he did.
It was great. That. I really like About a Girl. But
I do.
I like the proper version, not the. I like both versions. I
Mhm.
don't mind the unplugged, but I like the other version better, like the normal one.
I like Marigold B-side. The Man Who Sold the World as well, but
Oh yeah.
I think that's a cover. David Bowie
Yeah,
originally
it
did
is. is.
Man Who Sold the World.
I like Lake of Fire, but the unplugged version.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really good. It's just like, such a good song. What's your favourite album? Like Nirvana?
I've got to say Nevermind.
Nevermind.
Mhm.
It's a very good album. It's the first one I bought.
Yeah. I've got it on vinyl.
Yeah. I've got two. Nevermind CDs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when I first bought Nevermind, I also bought a Hole as
Yeah.
well.
Where'd you buy it, HMV?
Yeah.
Oh, that
The
would've
the man gave us like a weird look.
been- Yeah, you would get away to look after
I
buying
know.
Nirvana and Wall. Even though they're like with the same like genre, but
Yeah.
at least he had good music knowledge.
Exactly.
I remember once I was in HMV, one at Newcastle, and I was with Ben or something. You were
Mhm.
there, and I was like looking at the albums. I was like, Ben, these are all really good albums. I was like, that one, Nevermind, Nirvana, it's a really good album. And then this guy who was like stuck on the shelf, he was like, it's a great album. I was like, yes, you're right. It was nice.
I love HMV work.
Yeah, I want to work with him. It'd
I
be
see
great.
him. I tried to apply. But
Yeah, I forgot to reply.
I remember as well when I bought a Radiohead in Rainbow's album, and the man was like, he was probably talking about it ages, asking like what I like what songs I liked, and
Yeah.
I love Radiohead.
They're good, very good songs.
Mate. No.
Go on, say it.
No, like it's like as cringy as it sounds, and like as much as everyone takes a piss, like the songs genuinely make us cry.
The songs are really good. Do you know what?
Motion
Always-
picture soundtrack and All I Need. It's like,
I always no surprises.
oh,
I always
I
forget
love
the
that
names of
one.
songs. It's a really good song. A really good song. Radiohead. You should listen.
Motion picture soundtrack's my favourite. I think Tom York wrote about it when his wife left him or something. And
Oh, that sounds good.
we know apparently people who listen to music like 24/7 are depressed.
Well, I learned this thing once, and it was like, if you're sad and you listen to like happy music, it's not going to really affect your mood, like statistically. But if you're sad and you listen to sad music,
It helps.
it helps
yeah.
your mood. It makes like, it improves your happiness.
It does.
And I was like, that is so interesting, because you just wouldn't think it. But then, yeah, it's weird.
No, I agree with that.
I agree with it. I think that's so true.
Because on my playlist I've got like a really like wide range of songs,
yeah.
like from different genres. So if I'm upset and I'll be listening to something like don't know, Radiohead or something,
Radiohead, yeah.
and then Lady Gaga comes on next, I'll turn it off.
Frustrates us if
Yeah.
I'm if I'm upset and then this song comes on and it's like, what? Like, no, because it just doesn't. It just frustrates us. Whoops.
I know.
Yeah. Oh, when you talk about Kurt dying. Yeah, so if you don't know, it happened quite a while ago. Kurt Cobain died. By the way, guys, he's the lead singer of famous grunge band Nirvana. Yeah, in case you didn't know. Did you know that?
I did.
Yeah. It's very, like, strange knowledge. Not many people know. Wait, no, probably so.
So, like, do you actually and you think that it was suicide, don't you?
Well.
Because I don't.
No, I don't think it was suicide. Because, have you read the suicide note?
Yeah.
Have you saw it?
Mhm.
Halfway through, it changed his handwriting. What's the crack? I believe some of it is his. I don't believe it all is. Why would he see it in that suicide note? Correct us if I'm wrong. He says that he loves Courtney and stuff like that. Blah blah blah.
I'm sure during that time he was going through
A divorce?
a divorce with her, yeah.
Why would he be, I love you so much, blah blah blah, if he's getting a divorce with her? It doesn't make any sense.
Oh.
And then there's like scientific fact about it. He killed himself with a shotgun.
It was impossible.
How does that work? Did he have to use his toes? Like, no. Do you know what I mean?
But that's what people are saying though, that he had to, like, if he would genuinely have to use his feet, like,
Yeah, it doesn't make
to
any
kill
sense.
himself, like,
Like, I think someone.
people say that Courtney hired some, like, a hitman to do it,
It could be true.
so
They've
she could
got
get
so much
the
money as
money,
well.
exactly.
They've got so much money, it could easily be covered up. Easily. You can do anything with the right amount of money, to be fair.
Come on.
Definitely.
Just like all of
I think she had something to do with it. Whether
yeah.
I don't know why now, but like, I think she would regret it.
She's still posting on Instagram about
Yeah.
Missy's birthday anniversary.
On like that Instagram name, like it's Courtney Love Cobain.
Cobain, yeah.
So just, I think now, so she was like on drugs and that at that time. I think now that she's in the right headspace, hopefully, she'll just realise it wasn't worth it. Especially then, like Francis lost her dad,
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? Wasn't just.
No, but I don't think she deserves to get all the hate she gets from her. But nobody
Yeah.
really knows what happened.
No one knows the truth.
No. I mean, she just had a daughter, and her daughter lost her dad, and then, well, the love of her life really died as well.
Yeah.
She was with I found out the other day, she was with Jeff Buckley,
Really?
like,
Just
for a few months,
Yeah.
before he passed away too. She went through quite a lot.
So how old was Kurt when he died?
27.
That's really strange. A lot of people seem to die at age 27. What's it
Yeah.
called?
27 Club.
Oh, let's talk about that. You go on.
Amy Winehouse, Janis Joplin, Jimi Hendrix, Jim Morrison, Kurt Cobain. Just some of the most famous artists that have
Mhm.
died.
All at 27. How weird. That is so weird though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, it's actually mad. Amy Winehouse. I liked her.
I loved her as well. Really sad like that.
It was the media who, like,
But obviously that, you know, you could tell she was struggling. Like, I watched her last performance she ever did, and she couldn't even sing. She was like, she was crying her eyes out on stage, and she was in a mess, really.
So she, like, losing, like, not even just losing them because they're talented and that at the end of the year, another person dying and that. I think the media bullied her though so much.
They did. Well, you had people booing at her on stage
Mhm.
because, well, she was clearly struggling. I also watched, like, another interview, and it was really sad, and the interviewer said to her, she was like, where do you see yourself in 10 years? And she just paused for like a minute, and like, you just tell she knew she wasn't going to be here in 10 years time.
And that's so sad because no one should actually feel that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's why you should use Mind. Mind is a charity that works in England and Wales and helps people with their mental health. www.mind.org.uk. Lil Peep.
Oh.
He died in 2017 by accidental overdose.
Quite controversial.
I think. Well, it was overdose, but
I just think if he was literally dead for 5 hours and his mates weren't even like acknowledging the fact that there was something wrong,
Yeah.
it's like,
there's something messed up with them. If you were to see someone in the exact same position, plus you would, if he was sleeping, he would still be breathing,
yeah,
making noises. He was sat still, not making a single noise, asleep for 5 hours, and no one thought to just give him a nudge. Because even if you were to just tap him, you would feel he was cold, and then you would do
Exactly.
something about it.
I think that they did know, but
I
they
think they knew.
panicked, and
I think all of them people who we was with were in the same situation as Peep. They were like artists, they were doing music, the same as him, same genre. If he dies, he was out of the way. Means them will get big. I think that's what they've done it for.
Aye, definitely.
Backfired though. Everyone hates them now. I remember like on the documentary, I can't remember what his name was, and he went on live a few weeks after Pape's death, and everyone in that live was just saying you killed Pape and that.
Yeah.
And he was like, and he made himself out to be the victim. He was like, I can't even do anything now.
Oh.
The phone call got released, like with the ambulance and stuff. I can't remember who the guy was who rang.
Was it not like Tracy?
No, I don't think it was Tracy. 'Cause Tracy generally did care for Pape.
Oh, I know he was the only one who did, but I thought he was there
No,
also.
I don't think he was there. I think it was one of Pape's managers or something. Because I think he had a British accent.
Oh, he did. Yeah.
And he was like, he was just so chilled out on the phone. It was like, yeah, I think you might have like overdosed. You would be a bit more panicky if you think one of your mates is dead. Like someone you cared about. You know what, I don't care how cool you think you are, you will be crying. Just a bit. Like,
the managers really care.
Exactly. They just all in it for the money.
Yeah.
They don't care about the actual person.
No, they don't.
But like Pape was struggling when he just took drugs as an escape. The same with Kurt. That's what they've done it for. Fame was too much in that, to be fair.
It's the same with like so many other artists, like Amy Winehouse and
They all use like something as an escape.
Yeah, only very few actually like escape. Like Peter Doherty from the Libertines, he was an addict for years.
Yeah.
You know, in the media, the way they made him out was horrible. He was with like Amy, at like the peak of their addiction together. He was with Kate Moss as well, and they were both addicted.
At least he got out though. Do you know what I mean?
Well, obviously I saw him live just like last month, and he looked great, like so much better. They performed amazing as well.
But do you think he had someone who helped him like get out? Because you've got to have something.
He went to rehab.
Yeah, exactly.
Many times. And Carl Barat, also the another band member of the Libertines, he helped him.
Yeah, exactly.
As much as he was frustrated, he always helped him.
That's what I'm saying. It's like you've got to have someone who can help you. Like whether it's like a friend or like a therapist or something, they're going to help you. Do you know what I mean? Like that's what people didn't want.
Yeah.
Like Kurt and Pete and that. I think Kurt was scared. If he talked to someone about it, I think he would have been fine. But he used like heroin and that as an escape. It's just a shame because obviously that's sort of what led to his death and that. But yeah.
Well, I'm glad these days so that you can actually get loads more help.
There's so much ways, like better ways to get help than that now. I think as well, like see in the 90s and that when Kurt was around and like Courtney and all them, it wasn't. It's really accepted as what it is now. There's so much like better ways to get help and stuff now than there was then. It was sort of like shunned upon really if you go to rehab, or now it's accepted. It's they're getting the help, so you treat them with respect.
And especially with artists, like the media, they made them out to be like a horrible person, like they're a mess, you know.
Yeah, it's just not nice. The media often does that though, like all the time.
They still do.
Yeah, they'll never stop. It gets them the headlines and stuff what they need. It's horrible,
but even I think there's like some people, like some interviews I've watched, like they've openly said that they're like struggling, like, and they've done nothing. They laughed about it and made a joke.
They just think it's a joke. They don't even treat it like it's like real.
No.
I follow this lad on YouTube, subscribed. It's called Jeff Marshall and it's Geoff.
Oh yeah, I hate that spelling.
Yeah, I love Jeff. He makes tube train videos. I love tube. It's one of the many things that makes me happy.
Yeah.
And it makes me smile.
Do you know who makes me smile?
Me.
Maybe.
Yay!
Alright. Yeah, Maddie, you do make a smile.
Great. Who actually does make you smile? Who makes you smile?
Because we're talking about people called Jeffree Star.
Yes, I love Jeffree Star.
Oh.
I love his music. Have you listened to his music?
Yeah, you got us addicted.
Yeah, I love his music. He has so many good songs. Prisoner, Beauty Killer.
Prisoner, I like that one.
Prisoner is such a good song. Love to Michael Biehn. Oh, Jeffree is such a influencer. I love her.
Icon.
Yeah. And makeup is really good as well. The formula for the eyeshadows is really good. It's not this cheap stuff. Really good. The Liquid de Matte lipsticks. Oh my god, them were game changer. Especially for the drag queens. Because people put lipstick on, but obviously it just wouldn't dry.
Mm-hmm.
So then they'd be flicking the wigs around, and then the hair would get caught in the lipstick. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Liquid de Matte. Liquid de Matte doesn't do that. Doesn't do that because it's not a gloss. It dries to matte.
But I don't like it because it dries and I can never get it off.
That's why you need to use makeup remover.
Well, I do.
But don't lie. Don't lie.
I do.
Don't lie.
But it's like Primark's white.
That's why. You need to spend good money on good quality products.
Money.
Yeah, Taken's poor.
Yeah.
So am I. But I see if Taken doesn't. She wastes that money.
On what?
I don't know. Like food.
I don't even get food. I get
'Cause you're
food
not-
from other people.